Holy Did you see what happened today? They were supposed to talk about rare earth minerals, but instead Trump and Vance rocked Zelensky's world. Here we go.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? Did you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
Oh man. I always love the argument, you know, you should come and see for yourself. We're good. I wonder, does everybody have problems?
Everybody has problems, even you. But you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
God, I don't know if this is politics or the principal's office. Holy hell. Have you even said thank you once this entire meeting?
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
you
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have our military equipment, if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
It's like a really good episode of Judge Judy. Zelensky's the guy who didn't pay his car insurance or something. I don't know. But what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
I don't think Trump has ever answered a hypothetical. Finally, I wonder what the problem is.
The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Aaron, great television. Have you ever witnessed a political moment like that, ever?
No, not that I can recall between two world leaders, no. But I just want to start with the blatantly obvious. The reason that we have to see Zelenskyy in here with Trump is because of Joe Biden. If Joe Biden hadn't capitulated to Russia on Nord Stream 2, circumventing Ukraine, we wouldn't be here. So let's just all make sure we put this plane squarely where it goes. But with that said, this was a masterclass in Donald Trump's game of FAFO. You want to come into the Oval Office and try and be the big guy next to the leader of the free world who has provided your country not only artillery, but the means and the dollars to be able to fight for your sovereignty, which I fully support Ukrainian sovereignty. Russia should not be in that country. Get out, leave these people alone. But man, oh man, Donald Trump just showed Volodymyr Zelenskyy the way out of the White House, and he said, this is the deal you're getting, this is the art of the deal, and this is how the United States operates. We don't have a half-coherent president anymore. This guy is completely aware of what's going on, and he's done with it.
Yeah. FAFO. I love that toy store.
Yeah.
FAFO Schwartz, right? Is it still open? Emily, okay. Was that insane? In our newsroom, everybody's jaw was open, just walking around going, what the hell is going on? What do you think?
I think we're living through the most amazing timeline, and I'm really glad I'm on this side so I can support it and just be in absolute awe of it. I just think he's used to coming to the United States in borderline pajamas, which I find so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Walking in, demanding money. I don't think him and Biden even had like a real conversation. I think he just knew he was going to get whatever he wants, no matter what. And then he would leave, and it's like, dude, you do need to say thank you. And also, what about the American people? Is that not our money?
Yeah.
And do you think everyone here agrees with what's going on? No, but their money's going either way. So I think that's the least he could do.
Speaking of what he was wearing, this was a really funny moment when Trump greeted Zelenskyy before the sit-down.
He's all dressed up today.
Trump. You know, we don't deserve Trump. We do not deserve. What did we do to deserve him? I guess 4 years of
I was
Biden.
going to say, we put up with 4 years of Biden. That's what we did to deserve Donald Trump.
It really is. So one of the things, Aaron was talking about the art of the deal. Do you think that this thing is part of a greater negotiation, that it isn't the end of anything? It's just this was how he could just force Zelenskyy to take the deal that he doesn't want to take by basically this ritualistic humiliation?
Yeah, well, Zelensky's not looking to be partners with anyone. He wants this to be a one-sided agreement, which it has been for the last 4 years. We've given them billions of dollars, and what have we gotten in return? Nothing. We've dug ourselves in such a deep hole. Well, now, we are showing Zelenskyy, the rest of the world, that the United States is not a piggy bank. This is not a charity organization. We want to get a return on our investment, and if you don't like it, then get out. And quite frankly, he was tossed right out of the White House. Their press conference, what was supposed to take place afterwards, was canceled. And in the fight business, Greg, we call this getting bodied.
Yeah. All right. Wrap it up for us, David, with your perceptive political analysis.
Well, I think I'm just going to wait for the Andy Cohen after show. That's when they're going to break it down. The reunion, when they come back in and Zelenskyy explains what he was, we got to get the confessionals. Do
you feel bad? There's a little part of me that feels bad for Zelenskyy in that English isn't his first language, so he was just like,
but it's not Trump's either. Both of these guys are having a hard time.
The comments about the volume, too, were great because he's like, he's not talking loud, but I'm talking loud.
Yes. So did it move you in any way?
I think I think he's going to be mad at JD, who instigated it.
Really?
No
I
way.
think, yeah.
No.
Everything was going. He was trying to be diplomatic, and JD jumped in.
Ooh, no one said that.
He kind of trumped Trump on that negotiation.
Oh.
Interesting side. I didn't even think of that. So you think that things were probably going to be smooth, and then Vance kind of went boop like
He
that?
really did. He kicked in the door.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be mad about it, though, because it is very clear that J.D. Vance has been hot on the Ukraine issue for years as the United States Senator. He was going to kick in that door. There was no option with him sitting in the Oval.
Yeah, in your face, David.
We'll see.
You know, I'm beginning to rethink my assessment of you as a political genius.
Fair.
Yeah, stick to Santa Fe politics, mailman. Up next, Americans lose trust after the Epstein files bust.